what I mean by health consciousness, right? I want to make it very clear. And so if you say, like my mother too, like your father as well, that if somebody said, if you do this, it'll benefit you, they would do it. So somebody might say that's a health consciousness, that they get information from people, and whatever they hear people say is good for them, they do it. That's a health consciousness. So personally, I believe that's a potential to develop a health consciousness, but I don't believe, from my definition, that that is a health consciousness. Do you understand? So if you, like a lot of people, they might hear, cigarette smoking is bad for you, and you mustn't do that. And so if you're getting information from people just generally, and they tell you this one thing and that one thing, or it's collagen the flavor of the month, or it's this and that, whatever it is people are taking. So there are a lot of people who are not really in a health consciousness, but they are getting information, second-hand information, and they're using that second-hand information. So they have a potential to develop a health consciousness. So for me, a health consciousness is when an individual, for their own self, gets the information they require about their health. And that starts off with becoming aware of your body, becoming aware of your body. And becoming aware of your body happens at multiple levels. See, firstly, becoming aware that you have a body, becoming aware what is the body made out of and how it functions, becoming aware of the effects of the environment and things in the environment on the body, becoming aware of what it feels like in the body. So for me, health consciousness is it's really health awareness. And body awareness is a very central part of it. So when somebody says, eat this, it's good for you, don't eat that, it's wrong for you, that's not really a body awareness, and it's not really a health awareness. It's really an awareness of what people believe is good and what people believe is bad, right? So some of us might be into finding out from people what they believe is good and what they believe is bad. It's moving towards you taking responsibility that I have a body. Let me find out what my body is exactly. How does it work? And what has an impact on my body in terms of my environment and proximity and that. So for me, you have a health consciousness when you are interested in gaining more first-hand information, not second-hand information. When you are interested in gaining first-hand information about the functioning of your body, how does your body function, and what supports the functioning of the body. So it's not really about are you healthy or are you unhealthy? Will this make you fat? Will you lose weight? So a lot of people say, no, I'm health conscious because I'm trying to lose weight for 30 years. Somebody might say that, right? That doesn't mean you are health conscious. Somebody who is trying to lose weight might actually be trying to avoid being overweight. They might be weight conscious, you understand, or overweight conscious. And other people might be disease conscious and they don't want to get sick. So a lot of people will do exercise because they don't want to get sick. They will take supplements because they don't want to get sick. They're taking immune boosters because they don't want to get sick. They're drinking this and that because they don't want to get sick. You get what I mean? So some people might be saying, tell me what to take so that I don't get sick. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get old. Now, be very clear that some of you in this audience might be thinking you are health conscious, but you might not be health conscious by my definition. You might actually be weight conscious. You might be disease conscious, Because when you go to a medical doctor, right, some of you might say, I go for checkups to a medical, I got my own doctor, I go to specialists. Those people are not interested in your health. They're not interested in you. They're interested in your diseases and treating your diseases. So in our society, in our community, it is very likely that 90% of people who are interested in anything to do with their body have a disease consciousness. Repeating, if anybody is involved with exercise and dieting or nutrition or supplementation or anything to do with the body, it's likely that 9 out of 10 times that person doesn't have a health consciousness. That person is not health aware. That person might think they are healthy because they're taking these things, but their focus might be on, I don't want to get sick. I want to get better. They're on disease consciousness. I don't want to be overweight. You get what I mean? So be very careful. You understand? Because some of you might be thinking you are taking supplements and you think you're health conscious, but you're not by my definition. By my definition, you must be interested in your body. You must be interested in your body and the functioning of your body. And your body in the environment that it is, with the people, things and experiences and the effects of the environment, including what you consume on your body and supporting wellness. I never spoke about disease. I never spoke about losing weight. I never spoke about getting better. You understand? So some people might be saying, look, I got a thyroid problem, so I take this, and I got blood problems, so I take that. If you are taking supplements or doing anything regarding your health, and your attention is, I'm doing this, if I didn't do this, I'll get sick, or I'll be sicker. I don't want to be overweight. I don't want to be sick. I'm trying to heal a disease. I don't want osteoporosis. Name it. If your focus is on that, then you don't have a health consciousness. So how would you have developed a health consciousness? You see, so it comes to the question, how did you become the way you are? Who are you today? How did you become the way you are? And who can you become? So only if you had parents, teachers, or you have an education around the study of the body and how the body functions, and you are interested in the body and being body aware and interested in how it feels in the body, and you're interested in feeling good, and you're interested in using movement, nutrition, supplements, etc., in support of you functioning optimally. And again, having a health consciousness doesn't mean you take supplements. Having a health consciousness, you can have a health consciousness without taking supplements. You can have a health consciousness while you have cancer. Do you understand? While you have a disease, you can have a disease consciousness or you can have a health consciousness. Do you understand? Because a health consciousness has got nothing to do with the things out there and taking things. So you might say, I'm only eating good stuff. I'm not eating bad stuff. You think you got a health consciousness. A health consciousness has got nothing to do with the outside world. It's got to do with you being aware. You understand? It's got to do with you being aware. Anyway, sit with this, reflect on it. If you begin to look at this, as I'm going to show you, it can change everything for you. So you don't even have to take supplements. You don't even have to do exercise. You don't have to be perfectly fit. So some people might say, I don't have a health consciousness, but I'm sick. You can be sick. You can have a health consciousness. A health consciousness is basically becoming aware regarding the body, its functioning, and what supports the body in optimal functioning. That's all. If you have that information, you have a health consciousness. If you don't have that information, you don't have a health consciousness. You see, the health consciousness is what allows you to move forward and take supplements. It's not that you have a health consciousness because you take supplements. It's because you have a health consciousness, you take supplements. Do you understand? So, I know, it's shocking, right? you hear the strangest things from me because I stop and I look at it. So if you've never had anybody educate you about your body and how it functions and how the environment supports your body, and if you haven't had that, you are not health conscious. Yes, you can argue, but I listen to this product, they sell that, I buy this, I buy that because I'm interested in my health. I get it, you are interested in your health. But to be health conscious means that you are aware of your body, and you're aware of your body at multiple levels, and you're aware of how your body functions, and you're aware of what in the environment, in terms of people, things, and experiences, that support healthy functioning. Nobody's even asking you to do anything about it. But awareness, it's you becoming aware. You know, like how religious people think they are holy because they're doing all these things. If I ask them, you believe in God, they'll tell you, yeah, I read this, I do that, I went there, I did this, I always do that. And I say to them, but I don't even think you know God. You understand? How can you say that? I say, are you God conscious? Are you God conscious? Yeah, I do this. And your doing has got nothing to do with God conscious. Your doing doesn't make you God conscious. But if you're God conscious, you will do these things. A lot of people are doing these things because they think they are God conscious. They think doing this makes them. So if you think me taking my supplements, me got good habits, it makes me health conscious, not by my definition. Like how the people are doing rituals and they think they're God conscious, not by my definition, right? So I think we got that. Let's move on.